Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. Sooo, remember the Love Next Door press conference where Hae-in said he's 99% like Seunghyo, and then added that he'd like Seok-ryu to fill in the missing 1% and complete it? And then later in their Harper's Bazaar interview, Somin brought it up again, and Hae-in said, "The 1% is you, you're the key." What if that moment was actually their subtle way of revealing their relationship, and we just didn't take it seriously enough? Let's talk about it today. Okay, so first of all, let's set the scene. Starting from the press conference, Hae-in was asked what his similarity is with Seunghyo, and he said, "I'd personally give it 99%. The host replied, "That's nearly perfect, 99 points. And then out of nowhere, unprompted, Hae-in continued, "I'd like Seok-ryu to fill in that missing 1% and complete it." Now besties, what was that? He wasn't asked, wasn't pushed, he just offered that up himself. And the way he said it, he didn't say Seok-ryu is the one who completes the missing 1%, he said "I'd like." So what do we think about the way he phrased it?
It was pure, unadulterated confession.
It was the ultimate tell me you're in love without telling me you're in love moment. My heart did actual flips. He really just said, "You complete me," basically right there, and thought we wouldn't pick up on it.
And the phrasing.
The sheer audacity, the vulnerability of it, "I'd like," isn't just saying, "Oh, that'd be nice." It screams intention.
Exactly.
Desire.
It's not passive, it's active.
Yeah.
It's this deep wanting that goes way beyond the character. It's pure longing right there on stage.
Cloaked in just enough deniability to get away with it. It's brilliant, actually.
So brilliant it hurts. Like he was trying so hard to be subtle, but his heart just blurted it out anyway.
That subtle shift, "I'd like," it changes everything. It frames it as his personal wish, his hope for her.
For Seok-ryu, yeah, but like really for Somin. Exactly. To be the one who makes him whole. This isn't just Seunghyo talking about Seok-ryu. This is Hae-in expressing a real personal need, a yearning, projected onto the character. I mean, think about it. Being a celebrity, especially in that industry, relationships are under a microscope.
Intense scrutiny.
So using the character name, it gives you that layer. Plausible deniability. Oh, I was just talking about the drama.
Right, the perfect out.
But it's also like a subconscious tell, isn't it? Projecting his actual feelings for Somin onto Seok-ryu. He wasn't just saying Seunghyo needed Seok-ryu. He was basically saying he needed her.
And listen, I have watched enough dramas, enough BTS footage, enough award shows to know this for a fact when they start blurring those lines between the actor and the character.
When fiction and reality get all tangled up like that.
Something is definitely, absolutely, 100% going on behind the scenes. This isn't just lucky phrasing or a coincidence. It's too perfect. Too emotionally loaded.
It lines up perfectly with how these things tend to play out, especially when feelings are involved but need to be kept, under wraps for a bit.
It's straight out of the Secretly Smitten Lead Actor Playbook, Chapter 1, and we are here studying the text.
And it makes you think, right, why go through all that? Why the code? Why not just say it?
Well, like you said, the pressure.
Exactly. The public eye, the judgment, the way things can get twisted. It's intense.
Hae-in's 1% comment at the press conference, it means exactly what we think it means.
It translates directly to, "I want you to complete me," or just, "You complete me."
Which, I mean, come on.
What is that if not a confession of love? It's huge, it's vulnerable, it's romantic as hell.
It wasn't just a line from a script, it was him, his feelings.
Not just acting. It was real personal expression. The ultimate validation for everything our shipper senses were telling us.
I am telling you, Hae-in, our ultimate hopeless romantic dude, confessed his love for Somin. Right there. For everyone to see.
But subtly.
Subtly. Sneaky, clever, brilliant little confession, but it was so real. You could feel it. It wasn't just performance. It was heart on sleeve time, hidden behind character names and press smiles.
Exactly. To me, that moment was a confession. Looking back now, I feel like those were still the early days, the time when Hae-in was actively courting Somin. Their relationship might not have been that serious yet. He was probably still trying to show her just how much he cared, and when the opportunity came at the press conference, he didn't hesitate. He subtly confessed his feelings again, for her. Right there, in public, with the whole world watching. It was such a romantic move. Fast forward to the Harper's Bazaar interview. That one felt different. More composed, more deliberate. That felt like a confirmation. Like their relationship had evolved and deepened since then. The way So-min brought it up was so suspicious in the best way. She said, "You mentioned at the press conference that the synchronization rate was 99%. What is the 1% that's missing?" But remember, at the press conference, Hae-in wasn't responding to a question. No one asked him about any missing 1%. He brought it up out of nowhere, which makes me think that moment wasn't scripted at all. He just saw an opening and took it, completely unrehearsed and straight from the heart. And So-min was there. She heard him say it. She heard him say, "I'd like Seok-ryu to fill in the missing 1% and complete it." So the fact that she's now circling back and bringing it up again, and this time she's the one asking the question, speaks volumes. To me, that means she's accepted him. They were likely already in a relationship by the time they filmed that Bali interview. It almost feels like they were both in on it, subtly letting fans in on their little secret. And did you notice the shift in Hae-in's tone? Before, he said, "I'd like Seok-ryu to fill in the missing 1% and complete it." Now he says, 1% is you and you're the key, so that needs to be fulfilled. What do you think is the difference between these two statements?
At the press conference, Hae-in brought up the 1% completely unprompted. It wasn't in response to a question about a missing percent.
He just added it himself.
Exactly. So the fact that So-min is now circling back to it, months later, specifically asking him to elaborate on his unprompted comment, what does that tell you?
It tells me everything. It screams, "I heard you back then, I remember, and yeah, let's talk about it." It feels like acceptance. Like maybe they were already together by then.
That's the theory, right? That by the time they filmed that Bali interview, things were official. They were a couple. And her bringing it up wasn't just remembering a line, it was her acknowledging the significance of that line between them.
I'm sorry, but this is Exhibit A in the case of Hae-in and So-min are real. So Min strategically, masterfully, brings up a line Hae-in dropped months ago, unprompted, and basically tees him up to confess again.
She handed him the microphone, metaphorically speaking.
Totally. This is textbook soft launching the boyfriend 101. I've seen it a million times on Instagram, but this is the celebrity A-list version. Case closed, Your Honor. They were absolutely in on this together. It felt like a team play.
It really did feel coordinated. And Hae-in's response, it leveled things up considerably.
Didn't it just? Listen to the evolution, people. His reply went from the slightly shy, hopeful, "I'd like Seok-ryu to fill it,"
Using a character name.
right, to this powerhouse statement, 1% is you, and you're the key, so that needs to be fulfilled.
Whoa.
Right, the directness. He says you, not Seok-ryu, you. And you're the key, the intimacy in that, no more hiding.
That shift is monumental. Dropping the character name is huge. It makes it personal, undeniably personal, and you're the key. Wow.
What does that even mean? It's so loaded.
It really is. He's not just saying she's important or that he likes her. He's saying she is fundamental, essential. She's not just like a piece missing from his puzzle.
She's the key, the thing that unlocks the whole picture.
Exactly. She's the solution, the agent of completion. He's giving her immense power and importance in his life with that phrase. It implies she unlocks everything else for him. His happiness, his future, everything.
It's incredibly romantic, but also so profound. Like, wow, the weight of that statement.
It signals a much deeper level of perceived commitment and reliance than the press conference comment. It's not just wanting someone, it's acknowledging their irreplaceable foundational role.
Okay, but then he adds that last little bit that just sends shivers down your spine and keeps us shippers up at night analyzing. So that needs to be fulfilled.
Yes, the kicker.
What does that mean? Needs to be fulfilled. If, as we suspect, they were already together by Bali, shouldn't it be fulfilled? Why does it still need fulfilling? If the 1% was her, and he has her, what's left?
And that, my friend, is the million-dollar question that fuels the ultimate shipper theory for this moment.
Lay it on us.
Okay, so let's run with the assumption, which, based on the vibes, the directness, So-min's prompt, seems pretty solid to us shippers that they are in a relationship during this Bazaar interview.
Yes, okay. Assumption made.
If that's true, then the 1% he's talking about isn't about getting her anymore. He's presumably already done that. The pursuit phase is over.
Right. He has the key.
He has the key. So, what else needs to be fulfilled, possibly refer to? What's the next level of fulfillment in a relationship?
Oh my God.
We believe, besties. And okay, this is peak shipper theory territory, but hear us out. This could be Hae-in's incredibly subtle, incredibly him way of hinting at, a proposal.
Stop IT right now. A proposal.
Or at the very, very least, indicating that he wants more, like significantly more. Marriage, forever, the whole deal.
I knew IT. I knew it. I'm sorry, but 1% is you and you're the key, so that needs to be fulfilled. Sounds exactly like something the male lead says right before he pulls out a ring in a K-drama. Hae-in, are you trying to actually kill us with the feels? Just marry her already.
Calm down, calm down. But seriously, think about the logic. If fulfillment isn't about starting the relationship because it's already started, what else is there?
Building a life.
Yeah.
Making it permanent.
Exactly. That phrase, needs to be fulfilled, in this context, could absolutely be interpreted as his way of saying, okay, we have this amazing thing, you're essential to me, but it's not complete yet. I want us to be fully complete, officially.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Like, let's lock this down, let's build a whole future, let's get married.
Precisely. It's the ultimate fulfillment of the potential that started with that first 1% comment. Taking it all the way.
Wow. Wow, that adds a whole other layer of insane romantic depth to that interview. Okay. Mind officially blown. Okay, let's just take a breath and try to put all the pieces together now. Because when you look at the whole journey, it's kind of amazing.
It really is. You see this clear progression, right?
Totally. So the press conference felt like that spontaneous confession, pure, impulsive love, maybe a bit uncertain, but full of heart. Putting it out there.
The hopeful beginning.
Yes. And then, fast forward to the Bazaar shoot. It feels like a synchronized script, a tag team hint drop. They felt like they were working together on that one.
Notice the timeline, like you said. One was impulsive, him taking the initiative. The other felt like a coordinated effort with her setting him up. It really feels like they are in this together.
Yes, that's the key takeaway. It doesn't feel like just him anymore. By the Bazaar shoot, it feels like they were both in on it, subtly, carefully, letting us fans in on their little beautiful secret.
On their own terms, which is so them.
So them. Okay, so let's just put the two killer lines side by side one more time just to really appreciate the evolution.
Let's do it.
Press conference, Hae-in. I'd like Seok-ryu to fill in the missing 1% and complete it, using the character name, expressing a wish.
Got it. Hopeful. Tentative, almost.
Harper's Bazaar, Hae-in, prompted by Soulman. 1% is you and you're the key. So that needs to be fulfilled. Direct address, statement of fact is you're the key, and that intriguing hint of the future.
The difference is stark when you put them right next to each other like that. So let's do the ultimate shipper translation for both.
Hit us with it.
Okay. Press conference translation in shipper language. I want her. I want us. It's about the pursuit, the desire to start something real, making his move.
Makes perfect sense. The beginning of the journey.
Now Harper's Bazaar translation. I have you, but I want forever. Let's fulfill this fully. It's not about getting her anymore. It's about keeping her, deepening the commitment, wanting that ultimate lifelong union.
Oh my gosh. Chills again. From I want us to I want forever. That's the whole love story arc right there in 2 sentences.
Pretty much. It maps out a perceived journey from initial desire to deep committed love, possibly even hinting at marriage.
From a purely romantic perspective, hearing that evolution, it's like he's saying, look, we're already a thing, we're solid, but that's not enough for me. I don't just want us right now, I want us to be a whole life.
Exactly. It transforms the 1% from a missing piece of himself to like the final step towards complete lifelong partnership.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And honestly, if that's not the softest, most Han-esque, most beautifully understated way to talk about wanting to marry the absolute love of your life, then I don't know what is.
Right. It fits his perceived personality perfectly. Not flashy, not overly dramatic, but deep, sincere, and communicated in a way that feels incredibly meaningful, especially to those paying close attention. Like us.
Like us.
Yep.
Okay, wow. What a journey through just 2 moments.
After connecting these dots today, when are we getting that official wedding announcement? Because honestly, our rings are polished and ready. We are prepared.
Seriously, Hae-in, Soulman, if you're somehow listening, the fandom is ready.
All right, besties. That's it for today. Thank you once again for hanging out with me. I love you guys.